The year is 2013. A young man is taking a break from his work at the NSA. He has epilepsy, so things can be tough occasionally. He returns to work as usual. In reality, nothing has been usual. It hasn't since April of 2012, when he began downloading documents. His leave hadn't really been for his epilepsy. Instead, he boarded a plane to Hong Kong and met with a contact from the newspaper The Guardian. The information that he would give them and continue to feed them during his tenure at the NSA would reveal many of the highly questionable and invasive practices of the organization. These leaks would bring to light projects like PRISM, the NSA's inside access to all client information on platforms like Google, YouTube, Facebook, Yahoo, and more, to the Echelon project, which initially launched in the late 60s to spy on the Soviet Union and has morphed into a weapon to intercept any communications. Basically, nothing is sacred anymore. So much information is being collected on you, your whereabouts, and your internet traffic. My name is Eli Maxon. I'm a computer science major at Bridgewater College. All of this written information is readily available to the public and stored in this folder. The NSA has overstepped its boundaries and deemed security more valuable than privacy. Not only are they monitoring and collecting your data, but so are large tech companies. They are complicit in the process, according to leaked NSA documents regarding the PRISM program from Edward Snowden. You are constantly being watched. We are living life in a glass house. We need to do something to restore some kind of privacy, since this unethical collection goes in direct violation of the First and Fourth Amendments of the Constitution, those which protect your freedom of speech and your freedom from unreasonable search and seizure. The law that the government used most prominently was the Patriot Act. The act was made in the wake of 9/11 to bolster, quote, the federal government's ability to anticipate and prevent future acts of terrorism on U.S. soil, according to an article published in the George Mason Law Review by Christopher J. Deist. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, the act has allowed the FBI to collect phone records and internet history and banking and credit information from hundreds of thousands to millions of Americans. From 2003 to 2006, they collected information on 192,000 people, and only one led to a terrorist-related conviction. Repealing the Patriot Act would be the first step to restoring some kind of privacy. If the Supreme Court were to hear a case involving the Patriot Act, the Supreme Court would be extremely likely to overturn it, according to an article published in CoinDesk by Daniel Kuhn, considering its violation of both the First Amendment's guaranteed freedom of speech and the Fourth Amendment's protection from unreasonable search and seizure. As of March 2020, the Patriot Act has expired. That does not mean it is dead. According to the Electronic Frontier Foundation, a section of the Act allows for agencies to use the law to investigate offenses or potential offenses that may or may not have occurred at the time of the sunset. Even if we saw permanent loss of the Patriot Act, the government still has a wide variety of tools at its disposal. A refusal to do anything about the act would leave this menace dormant for when the next tragedy strikes, and the government can again enforce its surveillance statehood. So what can we do? Solutions are hard, especially when it comes to government policy. The difficulty is knowing where to start. One thing you can do is support interest groups who oppose mass government surveillance. Some prominent interest groups would be the Freedom Forum Institute, the American Civil Liberties Union, and Human Rights Watch, according to the Electronic Frontier Foundation. These groups have actively worked to preserve civil rights and are great choices for your support. My name is Eli Maxon. Thank you for watching.
Are you Eli Maxon?